Whole pa bangarang go on, you know. So,
Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, a portion of bangarang go on. As Talk Your Mind said. But I never privy to this information until I listened to Talk Your Mind TV last night. And people, if you don't subscribe to Talk Your Mind, I don't really know now wait for you know. I remember saying have the next channel named Cockmore Kill Cock. Cause them a game channel a fight. No. Zane. So make we get in that thing here. Check this out. Listen to this.
I feel like I want to start with Darren Pretty Thief on Monday. So I want to listen to go live here.
In a cave for several years before he was rescued by a kind-hearted resident, was still hopeful that Mama D, who is affectionately called, would deliver the house promised to him. The man said, "I am waiting on Mama D," said Smalling, who was once a farmer in his early life and whose only known relative is a blind sister living in Falmouth Infirmary. Wow. She, Dalrymple Philibert, said she would give it to me. "So I am waiting," said Smalling. While he waits, other residents in the area are questioning the seeming lack of transparency in the distribution of the houses. Some persons who have food for the poor houses are not in need of them, charged a resident who walked through the community with the Sunday Gleaner team, pointing out the homes of persons who allegedly received food for the poor houses.
Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Don't Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch?
Is a blind sister living in Falmouth Infirmary. Wow. She, Dalrymple Philibert, said she would give it to me. "So I am waiting," said Smalling. While he waits, other residents in the area are questioning the seeming lack of transparency in the distribution of the houses. Some persons who have food for the poor houses are not in need of them, charged a resident who walked through the community with the Sunday Gleaner team, pointing out the homes of persons who allegedly received food for the poor houses, although they were already homeowners. Interesting. "Look at this house," the person said.
Listen,
the woman said, pointing to one of the food for the poor houses. "It is owned by a businesswoman who worked as an indoor agent during the elections. She already owns a home, so she is renting out this one." Wow. This is so wicked. Knowing that the persons who really need the houses did not get them, the woman claimed. However, our news team was unable to confirm that claim or the political party the homeowner allegedly works for as an indoor agent. Dalrymple Philibert is of the view that the controversy is being steered by several of her detractors, including independent counsel for here you know Jamaica. Dalrymple is of the view that the controversy is being stirred by several of her detractors, including Paul Patmore, a businessman from the constituency. I got a report out of the TPC, Trelawney Parish Council, that Patmore is asking for distribution to be discontinued because he feels I am trying to create a garrison in the area.
But right.
She turned against Jamaica. The voice note is damning.
Only listen to voice note, yeah.
And I want you to listen, Jamaica, to how the member of parliament speaks to the voters of South Trelawney. And we are going to analyze the voice note. It's very damning, Jamaica, and unbecoming of a member of parliament. Let us listen together.
Good night, workers of the Ulster Spring Group. This is Marissa. Some people know me as Marissa, some people as Mama D, some people as Miss D. It doesn't matter. I'm your member of parliament. And I have the greatest of respect for my workers, and more so for the people of South Trelawney. I say it openly that where I have colleagues in parliament, I have family and friends in South Trelawney, because you people have been everything to me. This is the first time I'm going to talk on any workers' chat, but I feel compelled tonight to set the record straight.
After all, man.
Now, I've looked at what Susan has put in the group, about wanting a tank for her mother.
That is Susan
and
on the
not
screen.
getting it.
That is the best
First of
friend.
all, want to say the government, the tanks that were just given out, were given out under a government program for 150 tanks. And the rules and regulations, which is not being broken by me because they are being audited. In fact, we have finished giving them out now, and we have until the 7th of this month to send in the pictures of people with the tanks and the papers that they have signed to indicate that they have gotten it. So people who have not signed the government needs sheet could not get a tank from that program. I, however, intend as Member of Parliament, as soon as the funds are available, which should be by next week or so, to start a program of my own where I will give tanks to persons who need tanks as best as I can. Of course, I cannot give to everybody, but we are going to try. I have persons all over. There are thousands of people in South. So we'd never be able to give everybody, but we will give those persons who come down, make a request, have a voter's guide and a TRN number. Now, Susan has put this thing about her mother and the tank. I say without fear of contradiction,
Listen to this.
Susan needs to stop it. Susan was among the first people that I recommended and gave a food for the poor house when I came to South Trelawney 18 years ago.
Stop. You know, see how Dalrymple tell life on her own self. Read the article that I just read from the Sunday Green. Dalrymple says she don't have no clue how the selection process go in giving out government free house to nobody. And here the woman say, I, Marissa Dalrymple, was a part of the select. She handpicked Susan Fisher to get one of the house. And here the convicted woman. Here the convicted woman. Fisher.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Here not yet. Wait, son. All what she do for Susan. She go take it tell the woman.
I do not think that Susan has ever lived in that house.
On a year, Susan is a businesswoman, you know, but she get a food for the poor house. And rent out there.
At all.
Well, on there. So that means that Paul Patmore was right all along. You know, here the woman says she give Susan the free house. And she, Marissa Dalrymple, don't think Susan ever lived in that free house at all. You know, here Patmore and the people of South Trelawney is the people who already live in a house, get house and have the free government house, them and rent them out while they live in a their Jamaica people. This is the labor rights on full display, you know. It gets worse, I mean, me too upset this morning. Listen, Jamaica, come here if you play it over. Listen to Dalrymple. Jamaica, listen to her.
I first of all want to say the government, the tanks that were just given out, were given out under a government program for 150 tanks. And the rules and regulations, which is not being broken by me because they are being audited. In fact, we have finished giving them out now, and we have until the 7th of this month to send in the pictures of people with the tanks and the papers that they have signed to indicate that they have gotten it. So people who have not signed the government needs sheet could not get a tank from that program. I, however, intend as Member of Parliament, as soon as the funds are available, which should be by next week or so, to start a program of my own where I will give thanks to persons who need thanks as best as I can. Of course, I cannot give to everybody, but we are going to try. I have persons all over. There are thousands of people in South. So we'd never be able to give everybody, but we will give those persons who come down, make a request, have a voter's card and a TRN number. Now, Susan has put this thing about her mother in the tank. I say without fear of contradiction, Susan needs to stop it. Susan was among the first people that I recommended and gave a food for the poorhouse when I came to South Trelawney 18 years ago.
You hear that?
I do not think that Susan has ever lived in that house.
And you know that,
at all. Additionally, Susan, you lived in the house in Duncan's that I grew up in as a child when I went to Westwood. That is where I grew up. You lived in my house for over 9 years. I never ever came in there to check it. I never took $1 from you. And after 9 years, when I was selling the house, I gave you full permission to take everything was in the house. I never came back. I never looked. You took every piece of furniture, every bed, everything that you had in that house.
Yeah, Jamaica.
I have been your good friend. You have got me awake at 12 in the nights. Right? When you have problems in here and I sit and talk with you. When you moved out and I was selling it, my files, I'm a person of record, I'm a lawyer. I paid a light bill and a water bill that was outstanding to nearly $500,000 between light and water. I have never said a word to you. I have never requested $1 from you. I think it is unfair. I know it is unkind. And I know it is unnecessary for you to make comments like that. Additionally, the Constable War from this area, has visited your mother's house and not asked you to travel to Falmouth.
In a key.
Hold on. You not done this, sir. You could never.
But has been there and brought the right officials and doing everything to have your mother on the social relief program. Anywhere you go, all over the constituency, people don't take you. They tell you where to go to the office that does those things. And he has done that. He's a member of my team, the Jamaica Labour Party team. Susan, you need to stop it. You know you have benefited not just from the Labour Party, but from Marissa Dalrymple Philibert personally for several years. Stop it and do not give the wrong impression. Stop it. I say to you, stop it. It is not right. It is not true. It is not kind. And it's certainly not necessary.
The voice of Member of Parliament for Trelawney Southern, Marissa Dalrymple, bringing down one of her supporter. 9 years you sit down in a Dalrymple house, Susan, rent free, you know, pay no light, no water, run up the woman bill to $500.
And get all broke.
You take out the whole of the woman furniture. Hey! Mr. Labour rights disgraceful, you know. Dalrymple bring down Susan Fisher. Jamaica people. Well, you know Susan are no idiot. Susan Fisher fling like a big stone. Susan said the only thing you can do is take me out on the Ulster Spring worker group. But me no care on the need to deal with people better. And me no care what no one say or do. Me no have nothing for nobody.
Susan, I need to build a voice note and send out. Susan, the writing thing not gonna work. You need to use a voice note and done Roscoe. Roscoe, so you get in bed when sleep out. Him and your husband sleep out. And you pick them sleep out. You get in all close them. You know your Roscoe, Susan? You can't write. Susan have to send back out a voice note for Roscoe. You can't make Roscoe do this, so. And them will take by the house for you because you never deserve it. Because you're alright, you're well off. But that rent to make you get the house as a favor. So they want to take you back from you and give somebody who need it. So Susan, I need to be a voice note and come rub out Roscoe. But we have some more where she has to still.
She went further to say Watermouth Councillor for Ulster Spring Division. The only thing you can do is take me out on a WhatsApp group, but the same...
So she has said the Watermouth Councillor from the division. Only thing you can do is take her out of the group. That remember? The lady said you're a hypocrite. After you give her the bed when you piss up in her, you come on social media, on WhatsApp group, I tell people they must do business, your friend business. That remember is not a good friend. That is why Paul PATMORE lick you for 60 over there. That remember you come like Mr. Take it back, just like Anjo. Hello, bird are far from the flock.
Finger will put you in a politics, so the same finger will take you out. You look like this one here for that.
That remember you what she say? The same finger what she use and give you the work, and the same finger she use and fire you. Oh, so look like she come ready now. Big up yourself, mama. Don't take no old broke from Labour, right? All I know if you do I give you old broke. Don't take no old broke from them.
Dalrymple. Susan, I tell Dalrymple, say, me no sleep on dead people bed.
Wow. Hey, that's a dub plate, you know. Dalrymple, you're bright. You come to talk about Susan get old broke in your house. Susan says she don't sleep on old people dead bed. She don't sleep on dead bed. All shit up bed. Shit up my trash. Dalrymple, you're bright. But we hear some more still.
Me no have nothing in my house with nobody. I remember it's a tank me ask you for.
So Dalrymple look like you tell lie, man. Because you're liar, you know. Dalrymple Philibert, we know say you're liar. Because when you thief for taxpayer money, you lie about it. That is why you lose the speaker. We know you're liar. So don't tell a lie on Susan just because she choose say she going to support the party who really dead if it support Jamaican people and uplift their life. Dalrymple you can't catch no feeling because the girl say she going to join the right party. You can tell lie about your gear all shit up bed. You're bright. The woman a licky. So you can take her out of the WhatsApp group. Welcome on board, comrade. Don't make that rubber chicken with no all dead left bed and dead left furniture. So all time dead left furniture. Don't do it.
Mother, hey. And if you no feel offended about it, me no damn care. And the only thing you can do is block me from a WhatsApp group, but I don't care. You know, Susan a fling back the big stone. But Jamaica, this is a disgraceful behavior from the Member of Parliament, Marissa Dalrymple. And I always say to you, Jamaica, what not happening in a day, we happening in a year. Because when PATMORE come out and did a talk, say people who get the free government house in South Chilani, they not deserve it. They don't deserve it because who get it are aligned to the Jamaica Labour Party. If you are a supporter, you know, your Dalrymple say if you come there with ID and TRN and there's something there. When PATMORE come out and did a talk, a lot of people never believe. Well, here Dalrymple come out, come say, yes, she handpicked Susan Fisher to get one of the government house. And Susan already living in our house. To show you how the Jamaica Labour Party, how these MPs are so dishonest, I don't know.
So these houses where the Labour them are growing and give out are for people who really work for them. Because they look at Red King girl left and down, must the Westmoreland side of the White House. They look at Masquerade girl they will get one house and Andrew. I don't think so they want a house now because bleaching cream expensive, you know. And she want bleachers, fire see where I deal with. And she get one house. It look like people them who are run up and down for Andrew unless them then choose to get his house. And never see smoke without fire.
Man still living at the cave. Who deserve a house and him not get it. But Susan we already have a house. Living a Dalrymple house free of cost, rent free for 9+ years. Run up the woman bill to over how much is it? 500,000.
So how
in light and water. And with all of that,
I believe that
and you move out the whole of Dalrymple furniture out our house. And with all of that, Jamaica.
I mean for us, big up yourself.
With all of that, Dalrymple is behaving as if a Susan in a problem. Susan in a problem in a Dalrymple come out
Wrong
and I make it look like say Susan. Susan may no problem, Dalrymple. Susan is not in any problem. So you come out now at this.
So people, una hear them something here? Una hear them corruption here? Dalrymple, you are of no class. Eh? A real dirty business, listener. But Pastor Peter Chambers did tell we say, them are going to expose themselves. Remember good now, man. Just remember good now.
It says a lot about your character and yourself as a person. You know, here the lady says the first time she's speaking in a group, like in her constituency, that means that she's out of touch with those in her constituency. And let me say it in another year. How can you be a member of parliament and be part of a WhatsApp group? And the first year, which she said, this is my first time speaking, but she's a part of the WhatsApp group.
Like
so if what Susan never say rub her the wrong, she would have never respect the people in that WhatsApp group. And not them vote for. I don't sorry for them, you know, because South Carolina people love hard life.
Look like
they love hard life.
Them love hard life.
I want to see if I saw no love abuse and disrespect. Here we have a man, Paul Patmore, where his work speak for itself.
And I do a good work over there.
Patmore give Chilani people water when they think it couldn't be done.
I do a good job over there. Big up yourself, Paul Patmore.
And if he's just a citizen down there, can you imagine when he turned MP and have access to the resources of this country?
Can have love.
Come on, South Chilani people, at 20 years, Dalrymple sit down in there. Have your lives gotten better? On a life no better.
20 years Dalrymple sit down in a day. And a thief in. Make sure you lose the old speaker work. Can you believe this? 20 years she sit down there and collect taxpayer money and lose her work because a thief in. Not one labor right should have put on a green shirt over the Dalrymple. To show you how the labor right them love hard life for show. 20 years this lady not sit down there, you know, and lose her job because of thieving. And in spite of Dalrymple is a criminal, convicted criminal. And Jones have no problem with that. And Jones going to recruit a convicted criminal like himself. And this Isle of Fire in Jamaica, when I keep as a secret, you know. This Isle of Fire in Jamaica, I think that Andrew Jones and some of him private sector friend want invest in this thing, want buy share in this thing. These people hide the Isle far away. That is why Andrew Jones saying we'll never allow PNP to come back in the power. That is why Desmond Mackenzie will say now Labour protect because these people are plan how them are going to distribute their Isle money amongst themselves. Because must for them Isle. The amount of Isle Jamaica. The amount of Isle Jamaica. Everybody will live on the land is a millionaire. And we raise the argument about the Isle and think more that Elvars come down and like you want to shut it down. Me telling you this. Isle fine. What them all look now and them get some more people for partner with this thing. Saying Isle offshore Jamaica and Isle onshore Jamaica. You see over sentence when you have these mineral spa where you see them like the water. That is that we show now. Say Isle upon the land and in the end of the water. That's an indication.
We're not going to Isle part. I just want to talk about this. This a piece of banger, ladies and gentlemen, with Dalrymple. Now Dalrymple voice that it appears to be Dalrymple voice. Wanna tell me, wanna talk to me? It appears to be Dalrymple in the voice note, people. So tell me now, how it go? How it really go? Hectic straight, how it go? You still a back up the corruption in our party? How it go? Talk to me now, man. Talk to me now. How you go? Hectic straight, what go on? Ronice, what go on? Lassum, what go on? Now that rimple that, you know how terrible this is, people. You talk about giving away the home for the poor to somebody we already have. Already, you know. And that we are talking about, you know. Only really support them something I labor at them. Only support this. Only tell me the truth. I want to know if you don't really support this. Put that one in our chat if you support. Come on. That one in our chat. You understand? Put a one in our chat. If you support the government and when them are lead and things, just put a one in our chat. That's all me ask. Me want to know who support this. If you don't support it, put a 0 in our chat. If you don't support it, ladies and gentlemen, put a 0 in the chat. That me want to know who is supporting this. With the big bull broad labor right now, you know they jump off our life. Rotted. The man then jump off our life. People don't see what I go on. Don't see what I go on. Me, I want to take some calls, because this is not normal. It's not normal at all. I play it again.